The Little Guy Max and the NuCamp TAB 400 are the largest teardrop trailers, and they have many similarities. Heck, they look like brother and sister. But there are some big differences that at first glance you may not have even noticed. So buckle up, because in this video I'm going to expose the differences. I guess it's no wonder people often get these two small travel trailers mixed up. And here's why. Both of them have similar layouts. The dinettes can both be converted into another single sleeping area. They both have stargazing windows. They both have wet baths, and they're quality build. That's a lot of similarities, right? However, it's the differences that are going to help you decide which one's best for you. The Little Guy Max is 21 feet in length, and the TAB 400 is 18 feet and 3 inches. The Little Guy Max weighs 3,010 pounds, and the TAB 400 weighs 2,840 pounds. And this weight, of course, can vary depending on options, so just keep that in mind. The Little Guy Max comes with a smart jack installed, and the TAB 400 does not. A smart jack is a device that will automatically raise and lower the tongue on your trailer, so this may or may not be important to you. For exterior storage, the Little Guy Max has a pass-through storage space, and this is what it looks like from the driver's side. And this is the outdoor storage space for the TAB 400. On the driver's side of the TAB 400 is where the water system is. I always say less is more, but what do you think? Is there enough outdoor storage space in the TAB 400? Let me know what you think. The Little Guy Max comes with the 6-foot 3-inch awning. The TAB 400 does not come with an awning. While I don't use my awning that often, it is nice to have if it's raining outside so I can sit underneath it and keep dry. This is what it looks like when you step into the Little Guy Max. And this camper has a ceiling height of 6 feet 7 inches. Before we head into the TAB 400, I want to show you these cute little cubbies they have on the front door. And this is what it looks like when you step into the TAB 400. And the ceiling height in the TAB 400 is 6 feet 5 inches. Let's start with the dinette areas, and this is what the dinette area looks like in the Little Guy Max. They don't have the dinette set up in this model, so I'm going to flash a picture right now to show you what the dinette looks like in my Little Guy Max so you can see what it looks like all set up. Although the benches are oversized, you can only really comfortably seat 2 people at this dinette. As a Little Guy Max owner, I really do appreciate the large windows in this area. Now let's look at storage. There's cubbies above the table, additional storage space on the side of the table, and additional storage underneath one of the benches. Now let's head back to the TAB 400 and take a look at that dinette area. The first noticeable difference is the curved table, and I think you could comfortably seat 3 here. Just like the Little Guy Max, the TAB 400 has a large front window that opens. But there's definitely a difference between the side windows. They look like port windows you might see on a ship. And in between the window and the wall is a little storage space. The biggest drawback that I see with these windows is that they don't open. There is cubby storage space above the table, and also underneath a smaller bench. What do you think about the rounded table concept? Yay or nay? There's a lot more differences still to come, including the most talked about one, the bathroom. So keep on watching. Okay, on to the kitchens, and let's start with the Little Guy Max. This is what the kitchen counters and counter space looks like on the Little Guy Max. It also comes with a sink cover for additional counter space. Both the Little Guy Max and the Tab 400 come with a microwave and a Dometic 2-burner gas stovetop. And the refrigerators, they're similar, as you're going to see. But this is what the Little Guy Max refrigerator looks like. There's a storage cabinet above the kitchen sink, drawers below the stovetop, storage underneath the sink, a ceiling to floor pantry, and storage space above and below the refrigerator. Let's jump back to the Tab 400 and check out that kitchen. And this is what the counters and counter space looks like. If you recall, the pantry in the Little Guy Max sits right here. So because there's not a pantry in the Tab 400, they've extended the kitchen countertop into the bedroom area. While the sink in the Tab 400 is round, the sink in the Little Guy Max, if you recall, is square. Also, the sink in the Little Guy Max is deeper, so these two things combined may make it easier to do things like washing dishes in the Little Guy Max. While the refrigerators are not identical, they are very similar in size. For kitchen storage in the Tab 400, you've got a cabinet above the stovetop, cabinets below the stovetop, storage space underneath the sink, and a drawer and a cubby underneath the refrigerator. Now, let's take a look at the differences in the bedrooms, starting with the Little Guy Max. On the foot side of the bed, you've got cubby space, a TV with speakers, and then on the other side, you've got more cubby space and another window, with additional cubby space next to the bed. One thing that may not be so noticeable is the size of the bed. The Little Guy Max has a full queen-size bed, while the Tab 400 does not. Another difference between the beds are what you see, or should I say what you don't see, underneath the mattress in the Little Guy Max. Wait till you see what the Tab 400 has underneath its mattress. In addition to the cubbies alongside the bed, you've got an additional large storage drawer underneath the bed and a wardrobe closet with adjustable shelving. Welcome to the bedroom area in the Tab 400. Oh, I just love the stargazing windows. At the foot of the bed, you've got counter space and a TV, and at the head of the bed, you've got 2 reading lights. There's also a cubby space at the head of the bed, and another one above the foot of the bed. When we look under the mattress, we see that the Froley sleep system has been installed. In addition to help preventing mold from occurring underneath your mattress, the Froley sleep system also adds support to your mattress and just makes it more comfortable to sleep on. A couple of years ago, I installed the Froley sleep system in my Little Guy Max, and it's absolutely my favorite upgrade I've ever made. As an affiliate, the company has offered me a 15% discount code that I can pass on to you. If you want more information, I'll leave all the details in the video description below. There's also storage underneath the bed, but unlike the Little Guy Max that uses a drawer, in this camper you access the storage by lifting up a section of the wood that the mattress sits on. Next, let's talk about bed size. The mattress in the Tab 400 is 55 inches by 79 inches, so it's not a full queen-size bed. Both campers have a wet bath, but the bathrooms, they're the differences that people talk about the most. Let's begin with the Little Guy Max, and the Little Guy Max has a frosted bathroom door. It has a ceiling height of 6 feet and 3 inches. And this is what the bathroom inside the Little Guy Max looks like. Boy, I love the attention to detail and the quality in both of these campers. Their toilets are porcelain toilets, just like you have at home. There are big differences between the bathroom doors, and this is the bathroom door on the TAB 400. It's made out of wood. And it has a ceiling height of 6 feet 1 inch. This is what the bathroom looks like in the TAB 400. This bathroom has wood cubbies, and the Little Guy Max didn't have any cubbies. Another big bathroom difference is the walls. The walls on this bathroom are made out of wood, while the walls in the bathroom on the Little Guy Max are vinyl, a material that you can just wipe down when it's wet. So this bathroom uses a wraparound shower curtain to protect the walls. In addition to a window, the thing the TAB 400 has in its bathroom that the Little Guy Max doesn't is a foldable sink. Having a bathroom sink is a featured benefit, but here's what I found. When the sink was down, there just wasn't a lot of moving around room, especially if you had the door closed and you were standing in front of the sink. The space, it felt cramped. When I folded the sink back up and stepped back into the bathroom, there was ample space to move around. Yeah, I'm just not loving the sink in the TAB 400. There's just not a lot of moving around room. And I've also heard people say that they don't love the frosted bathroom door on the Little Guy Max for privacy reasons. So there's always going to be some pros and cons to each. If you want to see a complete tour of your favorite one, up here is a complete video tour of the Little Guy Max, and up here is a complete tour of the NuCamp TAB 400. So go ahead, click on your favorite one right now. I'll also leave links to them in the video description below. I can't wait to see which one you picked.